Hello guys and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I am going to tell you how I was able to earn more than 100% return on a particular stock within a period of 6 months. Now, the key takeaways for you from this particular video would be number 1, why did I choose to go with that particular stock, and number 2, when did I choose to enter that particular stock. So, do focus on these 2 points. So without any further ado, let's get into the screen and try to understand this particular stock. So the stock I am talking about in today's video is Irctc. So I will put up a screenshot of my return so that it is easier for you to believe that I actually made more than 100% gain from this particular stock. Now, why did I choose to invest in Irctc? Let us take a look at Irctc's data and let us try to understand why Irctc is a good company. Now, Irctc is almost a debt-free company. It is a practically huge company with a market capital of 52,590 crores. Just look at the PE ratio, it is 195. Yeah, it means that it is overpriced. But is it? Now, let us try to understand Irctc's business. Irctc is a mini Ratna company. It is a part of the government of India. It comes under the Ministry of Railways. Irctc is the extended arm of Indian Railways, which essentially strives to provide catering hospitality services at train stations or within the trains. It also promotes domestic tourism. So it provides tourism packages and it also provides packaged drinking water, which is rail neer. If you take a look at the price of Irctc stock, it has consistently been growing. Irctc stock, I believe it came into existence in 2019 and since then it has just been going up. Very interestingly, let us take a look at Irctc's peer comparison. So if you take a look at this, Irctc does not have a peer comparison to compare with. Irctc has no competitors, so isn't that a great reason to buy a particular stock, because it is sort of a monopoly and there is no competitor to Irctc. People won't stop traveling in trains. As and when they do, Irctc is deemed to make profits. This is one great reason to buy Irctc stocks. Now if you look at the quarterly results, just skip this 2020 and early 2021 period because Irctc took a massive hit because trains were all shut off. The operating profit has been consistently growing. The net profit is also consistently growing. If you take a look at the profit and loss statement, it has always been in profits. If you take a look at the balance sheet, its total assets has consistently been growing over the years. The only concern that I see over here is in the cash flow figures. The cash flow figures has been decreasing in the past few years. Irctc will take care of this once everything opens up. Now let us take a look at Irctc's chart. If you see, the prices have been consistently growing and over the past couple of days the price has been exorbitantly rising. So in the last one day it has risen around 9%, which is huge. Now why is that? There are a few reasons. The first reason is India has been excellently focusing on vaccinations and the vaccinations have reached around 650 million people. So this is giving a positive outlook to the investors that Irctc will be back in business and it will start making profit. So there is a positive outlook towards the future. The second reason is Irctc is splitting its stock, which essentially means it will drop its face value from 10 to 2, which is essentially a 1:5 ratio in which the stocks will split. Many people have asked me this on Quora. You are not going to be impacted in any way. The reason why a share is broken is to make it more affordable to the investors. Not every investor has that money to buy one share with 3,000 rupees. So they will make it around 700 rupees so that small investors can also buy this particular stock. Now this is another reason which has enabled more enthusiasm amongst investors to invest in Irctc. Now let us understand, when did I decide to pour my money into Irctc. Now I had a small capital which I wanted to pour into Irctc, and I was waiting for the correct time to do it. I invested in Irctc around 4th or 5th of February. Now let us understand why I decided to do it at that particular period of time. So I was waiting for around few months for my indicators to show me the right time to buy that stock. So let me tell you what all indicators I saw, and I will make in-depth videos about these indicators in the future. So if you see over here, this is the directional moving index DMI indicator. There are three different lines. The blue line indicates the plus DI, the positive directional index. The red line indicates the negative directional index, and the yellow line indicates the average directional index. So the average directional index, or ADX as it is called, the ADX, if it is sloping upwards, it means that whoever is in power is gaining more strength. So if the bulls are in power, they are gaining more strength. If the bears are in power, they are gaining more strength. If it is sloping downwards, if ADX is sloping downwards, it means that whoever is in power right now is losing its strength. So how do you understand who is in power? Whichever out of these two lines, the blue and the red line, whichever is higher up is in power. If the blues are in power and the slope is upward, it means that the bulls are getting stronger. So I got a confirmation that okay, the bulls are getting stronger over here. In this period of time, the bulls are getting stronger because the slope is now towards the sky, it is going upwards. My next confirmation was the EMA. So I have two EMAs over here. The blue one is 11 days and the yellow one is of 22 days. My 11-day indicator was going upwards more than my 22-day indicator, which essentially means that in a short term a bullish trend has begun. Finally, my MACD indicator, which shows this histogram is growing, which essentially means that the bulls are gaining power. So confirming all of these three indicators, I chose to go in on this stock at this particular price of around 1540 or 1550 rupees approx. Currently the stock price is around 3300 rupees. Now will it go down? Yes, it will. It has been growing up 8 or 9% for the past few days, and it is deemed to go down at some point of time. There will be a pullback. Will I sell the stocks? No. I am going to hold on to Irctc for a long period of time. I am going to stay invested as long as the government doesn't decide to sell off this to a private company, and even so I might consider keeping this. Irctc has no competitors. It is the only company that is allowed to sell railway tickets. So since there is no competitor, it has a good business and they are growing their business, it is a no-brainer. It is a positive for me to stay invested in this particular stock for a long duration. So I hope you have understood why I chose to invest in this stock and when did I choose to get into this stock. If you have, do give a thumbs up, do share it with other people, and I'll see you next time. Happy learning.